Good evening. The 17-year-old girl who has not been identified because of her age has been charged with first-degree murder in this case. Kern County sheriffs say they first got the call at about 3:15 this morning about a child not breathing. When they got to the East Bakersfield house in the 1700 block of Jefferson Street, they found 2-year-old Caden Webb unresponsive. He was transported to KMC and pronounced dead just before 7 a.m. An autopsy will be scheduled to determine how exactly he did die. Detectives say the suspect was caring for the child at the time of his death, and we asked the sheriff's department why they were able to make an arrest before the coroner determined the exact cause of death. Spokesperson Ray Pruitt said detectives had probable cause to make the arrest. Meantime, the suspect has been booked into juvenile hall. It's now up to the district attorney's office to decide whether she'll be charged as an adult or minor in this case. That's the latest in the Live Center. Tim Callahan, 23 ABC.
All right, Tim, thanks. We now know the name of the pregnant woman who died in a fire over the weekend in central Bakersfield. The sheriff's office says Christine Ann Souls was killed as a result of that fire on I Street that was caused by a wood-burning stove. Souls was 7 months pregnant and was living in a home that investigators say was an illegally converted smokehouse that had several previous violations.
Two local Bakersfield shops that have been around now for nearly 30 years have announced they're going out of business. 23 ABC's Lauren Ettlinger discovered why they're closing and what's next for the owners. Lauren?
Well, Jackie, a lot of times you hear about small businesses having to close their doors because of a bigger retailer. But this time, for both owners, it was just time for a change.
Yeah, at some point in time, you have to realize that there is a life to live outside of retail.
And for store owner Mick Gaines, now is that time. Gaines has operated VIP Uniforms, a 30-year-old company, for the last 10 years on 19th Street in downtown Bakersfield. The store sells uniforms for law enforcement, EMS, and firefighters. They
have somebody to interact with. They can actually touch the product. They can feel it, try it on, make sure it fits properly.
An ex-BPD officer himself, Gaines related to his customers
Need some help there?
And said there's quite a difference between small businesses like his and larger retailers.
You don't get the same degree of customer service.
Russo's bookstore in the marketplace is also shutting down. The bookstore has been open since the 80s, and store owner Mike Russo says he has no regrets.
It's just been a wonderful business. We've had great employees, wonderful customers, and a good run.
Russo still plans on serving the community, but with more of a 21st century approach.
We still have our online store, 2 million books online, 3 million ebooks.
And though it's sad to see these local shops go out of business, both store owners have one thing in common.
I like to work, and I love customers, so I'll find something to keep busy.
I'll miss seeing people that I used to work with and people that I've come to know since I've been doing this, but like I said, I'm ready for the next chapter in my life.
Now, we put in calls to the BPD and the Kern County Fire Department, and they said they're sad to see VIP Uniforms close, but they wish Mick Gaines the best of luck.